hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about perfume houses and the perfumes that I want to try. Some of these have been on my wish list for a while and some of them are new. I have both niche and designer fragrances on my wish list. So if this is something you're interested in, please keep watching. And before we start, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Your support is much appreciated and it keeps my channel going. You can show your support by liking and commenting on my videos and subscribing to my channel. Do press the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. And also please follow me on Instagram where I post slightly different content. So let's start. I have a long list and I will try to be brief. Oh, and any people or channels that I will mention, I will put their information in the description below. And do let me know in the comments below what perfume house or perfumes you're interested in exploring in the coming year. First, I want to talk about some of the new releases of this year. One is from Christian Dior, and that's J'adore Infinisme. Karine from Olfactive Stories talked about this one, and she described it as a very creamy tuberose with jasmine fragrance and maybe with some ylang-ylang as well. And I found her video very interesting because she spoke about the process of how they extract perfume out of tuberose, and it was quite interesting. So do go watch her video. And I love tuberose, so I definitely want to give this one a try. The next one is Chanel Coco Mademoiselle Eau Privée. Honestly guys, I never really liked Coco Mademoiselle. It was just too strong and a sore throat inducing perfume for me. I know it's very popular and it's fantastic if it works on you, but sadly it didn't work on me. But this perfume is supposed to be a more wearable version of that. I had watched Kristen from Beauty Meow's video on it, and she said that it's a very intimate, very subdued version of Coco Mademoiselle. So that is something I'm quite curious about and would love to try. Next one is YSL Libre Intense. Honestly, I did not like the original Libre that much. I thought it was okay, and it took me some time to start liking it, and now I like it. It's fine. And I watched Lala from Lalada Beauty talk about this perfume, and she described it as a very cozy, lovely vanilla perfume. And I don't have too many cozy perfumes for winter, so I definitely want to try it. I do want to say this, however, that I'm not sure if I want to blind buy this one because I am not too fond of vanilla fragrances. I don't entirely dislike them, but it's not a note in a perfume that I actually seek. If there is a perfume that has vanilla which works well, then it's fine, I'll take it. But vanilla sometimes can be a hit or a miss for me. Sometimes it smells really wonderful, maybe other notes take over or they're more prominent. But sometimes it smells like a really bad Bath and Body Works product. So I have to be a bit careful with vanilla. The next one I want to try is La Vie Belle Intensiment. So I also have a love-hate relationship with the original La Vie Belle. I didn't like it when it came out. I thought it was too strong, too sweet. And then I liked it briefly and I got a used bottle from eBay. But I think it was not stored properly because I get this really bitter caramel smell from it, which I don't like. So I kind of wrote it off. I do wear it sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I will try it every now and then. But then when I think Paolo Bianca talked about it, and also Eve from Eve Beauty, etc. had talked about it. And they both said that for those who don't like the original, this might be the one to try. So I definitely want to give this one a sniff. And the last one before we move to the niche fragrances is Valentino's Voce Viva. Honestly, I want to get this one more for the bottle than the perfume because I love Valentino rock starts. I don't have any Valentino perfumes because I don't like them that much. But I do want to give this one a try. It's supposed to be a nice orange blossom vanilla fragrance. Again, it has that vanilla which makes me a little bit wary of it. But then it has orange blossom, which I do want to try. It seems orange blossom is very popular. A lot of fragrance houses are doing it. Now, moving on to the niche fragrances. First one on my list is Maison Dior. I have tried some perfumes from this house a couple of years back, and I remember liking them quite a bit. They smelled very sophisticated, very well made. I am not sure if they last long though, and that's why I'm hesitant to blind buy, because they do cost $220 for a 4-ounce plus bottle, which is another thing I find a bit annoying. I wish they would have smaller options, maybe like a 30-40 ml bottle, which is more practical and also easier on the pocket. I think for someone like me who has so many perfumes, it's highly unlikely that I'll go through it. I mean, if you were to have only one perfume for life. Yes, that bigger bottle makes sense. And I sometimes even wonder if there is a performance issue with these perfumes, or do you have to really overspray them and that's why they need to have such big bottles? I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've used any perfumes from Maison Dior, what do you think about them? Do they last long? How is the performance? So I'd love to know. Anyway, the first one on my list is Gris Dior. This used to be called Gris Montaigne earlier, and now they've just changed the name. I'm not sure if they changed the notes as well, but I heard Sherry from the Top Note talk about it, and she described this one as a patchouli and rose fragrance, where the patchouli is quite dry, and she described that it even smells like a woman dressed in grey, and she said that this is her favorite from this line, and so I'm very curious about it now. I think I may have tried it long back, but again, I don't remember how it was. But except for maybe Fèves Delicieuses and a couple others which I thought were too sweet, I do remember liking quite a bit from this line. And this one is a floral chypre, and I love chypre fragrances. The next one from this house I want to try is Ombre Nuit, because I don't have too many amber fragrances and I do want to try more. Sherry described this one as a dry, peppery, rosy, spicy amber, and this was also in Chantal Tiffany's 10 Perfumes for Life list. And she described it as a very sophisticated, warm, cozy and dressed up, special occasion kind of a fragrance. I think I'm a little short on dressed up, special occasion fragrances, so I want to give this one a sniff. The next one I want to try from this house is Bois d'Argent, which is a woody fragrance, and I love woody fragrances, especially in fall and winter. As you can see, I have my candle here, which is Feu de Bois, and it has this really nice, amazing woody fragrance, smells like fireplace. So I do want to try that one for winter. And Maison Christian Dior also has really beautiful floral fragrances like La Colle Noire, Souffle de Soie, Jasmin des Anges, which is a jasmine fragrance, and I believe they also have one peony fragrance now. And with my last Dior purchase, I did get a sample of Souffle de Soie, which I think is absolutely outstanding. But because it's a dabber, I really can't tell about the performance as much. Honestly, I have not even tried it that much because I've been working on some other perfumes, so I will visit that one again. The next one I want to try is Exclusive de Chanel. Again, I have tried these long back and I liked almost all of them, I think. But at that time, I felt that they were very light, very airy. I didn't think they were strong or long lasting, and I didn't really try them with the point of view of buying them. So I was just browsing, and it was more out of curiosity than actually trying them for purchase. And again, they're very costly. They start at $200 for a tiny bottle, for a 75 ml bottle. So it's very, very pricey, and I don't want to get a perfume that would disappear in a couple of hours if I'm paying that kind of price. But I know Chanel, they do a wonderful job with their perfumes. They smell very sophisticated, very feminine. You really can't go wrong with a Chanel perfume. Anyway, I want to try Bois des Îles, which is a sandalwood fragrance. A lot of people talk about it as being one of the best sandalwood fragrances, so I definitely want to try that. Then Gardenia is supposed to be very popular, and I love Gardenia. I almost came very close to buying a Gardenia fragrance from Guerlain, but it had other stuff going on as well, and I'm still on the fence about it, whether I should get it or not. And so I will definitely be trying Gardenia before I decide on that one. The other one I want to try is Beige, which is a very beautiful Frangipani Freesia honey perfume. I think it's very tropical, and knowing that it's a Chanel fragrance, I'm sure it'll be very light and not cloying like most Frangipani or any tropical floral fragrances tend to be. And definitely it won't be smelling like sunscreen, I know that. And then there is 1932, which is a beautiful, lovely woody fragrance, and I want to get some more woody fragrances in my collection. Continuing with Chanel, I also want to try their Eau de Chanel perfumes. These are in Eau de Toilette concentrations, and they are at a slightly more affordable, or I should say, because it's Chanel, reasonable price point. They start at $80 for 50 ml, so still quite pricey, but considering it's Chanel, I think it's fine. But these fragrances are really beautiful. I have tried all of them. They currently have 4 in this collection, and the latest being Paris Riviera, and that's the one that I don't like much. But all the other 3, which is Paris Biarritz, Paris Venise, Paris Deauville. They're all very spectacular, amazing fragrances, and they all have that very typical Chanel DNA, but they are stunning. They've been on my wish list for quite some time. Every time I think that's the one I want to get, I end up going for something else in Chanel. So maybe this year I will add one of these to my collection. The next house that I want to try is Frederic Malle. I currently have two perfumes from this house that I absolutely love. I got Promise and Carnal Flower. Both of these were blind buys and I'm very happy with them. And the ones that I want to try is Musc Ravageur, which I hear is a very animalic, musky perfume. I've heard Clémence from Clémence CC Perfume talk about this one quite a bit. It is unisex, which is why I've not blind bought this one, because I'm not sure if it leans too masculine. Considering the amazing job they've done with tuberose and carnal flower, I also want to try more florals from this house, like Eau de Magnolia, which is a magnolia fragrance, Lys Méditerranée, which is a lily fragrance, and they also have a bunch of rose fragrances like Lipstick Rose, Portrait of a Lady, Une Rose. And I'm quite curious to see how different they all smell, considering they're all based around rose. If they smell different, which I'm sure they do, or at least I hope that they will. The next house I want to try is L'Artisan Parfumeur, and especially Tea for Two. I love tea, but I only have one tea perfume, which is from Bulgari, the green tea one. And I've heard that this is a very gorgeous tea fragrance, and I definitely want to try it. And the next one I want to try from this house is Premier Figuet, which is a fig perfume. And I have been loving fig perfumes of late, and I want to explore more of these fragrances. And the last one from this house I want to try is La Chasse aux Papillons. I actually have a mini dabber of La Chasse aux Papillons, which I had got in the Discovery kit, which I absolutely love. But I know that they also have a La Chasse aux Papillons Extrême, which I'm thinking would be a much stronger version of this fragrance. And this is a tuberose jasmine perfume, and it's very, very beautiful. Perfect spring, summer perfume. And the only reason I've not bought that one is because I want to try the Extrême first. Moving on to Armani Privé, I want to try their La Collection des Terres Précieuses, which are the 4 jewel-toned perfumes. You have the Rouge Malachite, Vert Malachite, and then there's also a turquoise and a blue lapis lazuli sort of a fragrance. The Rouge and Vert Malachite are a tribute to Russian culture, and the other 2 blues, the turquoise and the lapis lazuli blue, are a tribute to India. And so I'm very curious about these fragrances, and I've heard a lot of people talk about the first 2. Rouge Malachite, I hear, is a very creamy tuberose and amber perfume, and I love tuberose, and I definitely want to explore more amber fragrances. But I have also heard that that one smells like Alien, which I really don't like. I also read that it smells like a more expensive Armani C. Now, I like C, but I don't need another similar one in my collection. So I will certainly not be blind buying that one. But Vert Malachite is a lily perfume, and I love lilies. And the Bleu Turquoise is an incense and spicy perfume. And the Blue Lazuli is a honeyed tobacco fragrance. So all of them are very distinct, very different from each other. And I like that they represent different cultures. I'm very curious about their interpretation of India and Russia. The next house I want to try is Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I have 2 fragrances from this house currently, A la Rose and Amaris, and I have been enjoying them both quite a bit. And the other one I want to try from this house is Grand Soir, which is a gorgeous amber fragrance. Clémence and Emmy from Emmy's World of Fragrance have both raved about this fragrance. Now, I think I had tried it a couple of years back, or more or less, I don't remember exactly. But I am not sure if it was Grand Soir that I liked, or it was Absolute Pour le Soir that I had tried. Absolute Pour le Soir has been discontinued, so I'm not sure which was the fragrance that I had tried, which is why I've not blind bought it as yet. But I definitely want to give this one a try. And the other one from this house I want to try is Pluriel Femina. Eve from Eve Beauty etc. has talked about this one, and she described it to be a very beautiful everyday perfume, very elegant, very modern. And this one is a floral chypre as well, which I love. Actually, she and I both love chypre fragrances. So when she talked about this one, it went on my wish list. The next house I want to try is, of course, Guerlain, which is my favorite perfume house. I do want to try a few from Les Parisiennes collection, which is like Nuit d'Amour, L'Heure de Nuit. But I also think that some of these are a bit more refined versions of some of the classics. So I'm not sure if I'll be buying a more expensive version of a perfume that they already have. So if you've tried any of these, please do let me know. Then there's also Les Elixirs Charnel, which has Chypre Fatale and Floral Romantique. Now this particular collection I feel maybe a bit too sweet, so I would prefer to sniff it before buying. And then there is Les Absolus d'Orient. I already have one from there, which is Santal Royal. But I do want to try others, which are Patchouli Ardent, which is a patchouli fragrance. Then there's Encens Mythique, which is an incensey fragrance. And then there is Bois Mystérieux, which I'm assuming is a woody fragrance. And I want to try more from L'Art et la Matière line, like Cuir Beluga. I think I had tried that one long back and I had really liked it. But with these kind of brands and perfumes, sometimes they are reformulated, so I'm not sure if it's going to smell now the way it smelled years back. So I want to try it. And then there is Tonka Imperial that I want to try. A lot of people have been talking about Spirituous Double Vanille, so I want to try that one as well. It is a vanilla fragrance and I think Guerlain has one of the best vanilla fragrances out there. So even for someone who does not like vanilla like me, ends up liking vanilla in their fragrances. And the last one that I want to try is Maison Margiela's Replica line. I do enjoy the floral fragrances from this house. I really like Springtime in the Park, which is a lily fragrance. I also used to like Promenade in the Gardens, which was reminiscent of an English garden. I really like that one, but I think it's been discontinued. So currently what I want to try is Jazz Club. I had tried it long back and I thought it was too masculine, but a lot of women have been talking about it lately, so I do want to revisit it. And I also want to try Whispers in the Library and Coffee Break. Now Whispers in the Library is supposed to be a very woody fragrance. I love the smell of library and books, but I want to be sure that I want to smell like that myself. You know, it's different when you like a smell when you're in a place, but you may not always want to smell like that yourself. So I'm not sure about that yet. That's why I want to try it before buying. And the other one I want to try is Coffee Break. Currently the only fragrance with coffee I have is Atelier Cologne's Café Tuberosa. I do enjoy that one quite a bit, although sometimes it gets a bit too sweet for me. So I want to try Coffee Break. Hopefully it won't be as sweet as the other one. So that was my wish list. It's quite a long one. Let's see how many of these I can add in the year. And please let me know if you've tried some of these. What do you think of them? Do you recommend them? Please let me know if there are some other houses or perfumes that you think I should try. If you've been watching my videos for a while now, you will have some idea about my tastes and preferences. So do let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. And I would also love to know what is it that you have on your wish list, whether it's a perfume house you want to explore or any perfumes that you'd like to explore. I would love to hear from you. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to my channel. Remember to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. Follow me on Instagram. Thank you again so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.